5 types of toxic people who help us be our own worst enemy. Do you feel you're holding yourself back? Are you not achieving the success that you ought to have? If this is the case, you might want to consider one essential thing. You might have had help. In our lives, it's not uncommon to have toxic people who love nothing more than to help us be our own worst enemy. The sad thing is, more often than not, they masquerade as friends. Let's look at various types of toxic people and discover how they help us to be able to be our own worst enemy. The gossip. There's always someone in every circle of friends who knows everything about everyone. The scary part, they love sharing their knowledge, whether it's accurate or not. If you're holding back because you're worried about what other people will think, it's because you know people like this who will think plenty and share it with others. The pessimist. This individual can look at a situation and see the potential for disaster much quicker than they could ever see the potential for success. These are the people who seem to live for the drama that comes when everything starts going wrong, and will help convince you that anything you do will fail, as if you needed any help. The performer. This is not the person to go to anytime you're feeling unsure about a situation, or you could use some support. The performer hears your problem and uses it as a launch pad to talk about how they had it worse. Every conversation has to be about them. More often than not, they seem sympathetic, so you might mistake them for friends until you realize that they never had an equal interest in you. They'll leave you high and dry every time. The condescending. Whether someone's mansplaining or plain looking down their nose at your accomplishments, the condescending is an expert at helping you to feel small. If you're already struggling with negative self-talk, the condescending will validate the worst of what you have to say about yourself. The jealous. You work hard, you accomplish great things, but this individual will find a way to tear you down simply because they can't stand that you're getting ahead. If you're ever unsure about yourself, the jealous will exploit this, because the only way they feel like they're getting ahead is if you are not. The rule of thumb with any of these is to avoid toxic people at all costs. You don't need false friends in your life. Instead, find people who build you up and support you in what you do. Remember, real friends will help you reach the truest success.